the time, we didn't take out a statement to say this is what's
Yes, yes. No,
Nobody
really
knew.
kept it.
Well, it's up to you and me.
He kept on saying, "Khohlwane ngokucula, forget it. She is not going to be able to recover. She won't sing again. She won't speak properly again."
Life is going on.
After radiation therapy, those painful nights and all that, looking at the Bongi now, you can see that God has really done something amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again this other beautiful week. Don't you love spring? Don't you love like summer?
Listen.
Sun is out, bloomy,
Colors.
green. Hello, orange. You know.
You know what, guys? This is the best season. And as you can tell, I've even changed my hair because
my
I was like, you know
gosh.
what? I actually want to be off.
Ushaye umoya.
Exactly.
Hey,
for,
fade.
for the next 4 weeks, next 3 weeks, I think. I said 3 weeks, right?
Yeah.
I just need to be free, but fair to let me start over.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome to spring.
Yeah.
It's good to be here, guys. We're excited to be bringing you this amazing episode.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your likes, for your shares, for your comments, for your subscriptions. We wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, we hope you'll enjoy this amazing episode we have curated for you.
And indeed, we know you will enjoy this episode because this couple is a couple that we admire, is a couple that we love, is a couple that we look at with endearment. It's a couple that we really, really are friends with. And this conversation is indeed that, a conversation, and we don't do interviews. And this is Love, Marriage, and Family Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, they need no introduction.
Yeah.
And they go by the name of Bongi and Collin. And
Bongi. Oh, wow. Bongi and Collin.
He went there like,
Yeah.
Mo.
you know, Mo.
Guys, this is absolutely long
Yeah,
overdue.
man.
It
yeah,
is.
man. It is so overdue.
It is like, what do you mean?
The last time actually we sat like this in front of camera was actually the first time, and that was like
Yes.
2020. 2019.
2019, I think.
2019.
And that did so much for us.
Oh,
listen.
man.
Oh, really?
Still
After-
today, we get people like, we saw you at Mo and Pindi's
Oh,
TV
wow.
show.
Yeah.
Like, you mean
Magic.
podcast or
Remember it
TV?
was
They're
about
like, TV show.
Yeah, hey?
Yeah.
It's the first time on this podcast, though. You know, and
First time.
we really, because you know what, 2019, 2025, there's like a good about 6 years there.
Yeah.
So a lot can happen within that time.
And besides the 6, there's the 3 years where things just went.
Yes, off.
Oh yeah, dead the whole world.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think let's not count the other 3 years. It's been 3 years since we said goodbye.
It's been 3
Pin
years.
is the positive one. Pin is the positive one, right?
Because the other 3 guys, we all didn't know what was happening.
It's the spring
We're
effect.
like, are we leaving? Are we? What's happening?
Are we coming?
Are we coming? Are we going?
What's happening? Oh,
Oh
You
my
know?
goodness.
And I
will
can
we see each
imagine.
other again?
Listen.
That was the big one. Because we lost so many people. And we're like,
Yeah.
That was
it's a
scary.
blessing for us to be sitting here together.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
And we saw each other in 2019.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people lost their lives. There's couples that we knew that,
Lost their partners.
lost their partners. And for us to be still having, been given grace to be able
My
to come and
goodness.
meet in this fashion.
Yeah.
It's a great blessing. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And a lot of people, by the way, from that conversation we've had then, they would confuse because I used to shave you know, in much the similar way as you do.
Yeah.
And I had hair. They were like, are you guys brothers?
Brothers, right.
I actually had that before.
You know?
Yes.
Oh, I think when we were at our church.
Yeah.
House of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bab Shabalal. Was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
every time I see you, Colin.
Yeah.
Is
He was
he
like, I
related
see
to
he's
you?
related to you.
I'm like,
yes, we are in spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is my brother.
Baba Shabalala, is it the energetic?
Yeah, the
type?
energetic,
Oh, I
yeah.
love that man.
Yeah, he's a good man.
Oh,
good
wow.
man.
Yeah.
Love him
Y'all are
so
blessed,
much.
man.
You know? So I decided to grow my beard
Oh, yeah.
just to
you
create a
can-
distinction.
Come on.
yeah. I hope
be
it's
like,
working.
and be like, Colin, if you can do this, let's
Yeah.
do it.
Let's do it.
You know?
Well, the funny part about my beard is that
Colin
it
is
goes
inspired.
on
I
one
know.
side, on the other side it doesn't. So I gotta keep it down.
Moko all the way. Collin is like, yeah.
No, guys, this is absolutely amazing.
Oh man, yeah, man.
PT, I mean, we're talking about COVID, and I know that, geez, for us, in this space, COVID was another eye opener.
It was another eye
We were
opener.
like, what?
It was another eye opener.
So you can actually-
we suffered during COVID and suffered after COVID.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're speaking our life.
Yeah.
And I think COVID kind of revealed the real as well. Like in that, you know, we kind of go with life and we're thinking everything is hunky-dory, is fine. But when COVID hit, that we had to now really spend time with family, and for a longer period of time, now people who were not real, it started showing.
Yeah.
People who, I'd say the love was not that strong, or their foundation was not that strong. It started showing.
Yeah.
I remember meeting a friend of mine that we used to be with in high school, and she says, me and my husband in the past 2 weeks have had so many fights that I want him to go. And I'm like, but ma'am, how long have you been married? She's like, no, 13 years. I'm like, 13 years is a long service. There's a long time. Why would COVID all of a sudden? He's like, no, I've never spent so much time with my husband. I'm like, isn't it that what we always wanted?
Yeah.
But now things have hit. And she's like, no, even he's had it, you know.
Oh, wow.
So COVID kind of revealed the things that we always, you know,
Yeah.
shut
Take
them
care
down.
of.
And if you were not strong, then a lot of people didn't make it. A lot of people got divorced after that and all that. And I thank God that for us, because we're always used to being together, that was not necessarily the issue. Though there is one or two things that were lost in the process of, in the time of COVID, but it was not necessarily that much of a big problem. We rode it, and we still came out strong. That's why it was a bit confusing when someone says, I've never been I've never had so much time with my husband or with my wife, that now it's starting to reveal things that maybe they've been, you know, under carpet or they've been hiding. Now people are deciding, no, I've had it. This is not the guy that I thought you were, or the woman that I thought you were.
Sure.
And they decided otherwise. And we thank God for that grace, man.
Yeah.
We thank God. Marriage is grace.
Yeah.
It's God's thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that is amazing. I mean, it's such a, because I'm actually thinking of someone who shared something almost similar
Yeah.
and said COVID actually revealed that the things that we hold as important, I mean, you could sit with your Ferrari or your Porsche, but in COVID, you did not need all of that.
No.
You know, and he was like, actually, I just actually realized that even my couches, I have not been spending time sitting on the very chairs,
Oh wow.
spending
Expensive
in the expensive ones,
Yeah.
being in the same house that I pay so much. And I think he said for him, it actually just made him look at things differently.
Yeah.
To say we spend so much money, you know, in building houses and buying expensive furniture, but during COVID, it was only the first time that he actually even sat in some of the lounges in his house.
Wow.
So it was a revealer basically of really so many things,
Yeah.
you know?
That's so
Oh wow. This is B.
Yes.
You know, we talk like this because, you know, as I said earlier on, we are friends, and often, you know, we forget that, you know, we are not friends with everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So a lot of people, you know, would follow your story much more from your musical, from a professional point of view.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and they know the albums, they know the songs and all of that. But in this podcast, we always want to go behind that.
Yeah.
You know, and the last time we spoke, you know, in this setting, you guys were just Bongi and Collin,
Yes.
and right now you are Pastor Bongi and Pastor Collin. So much has changed, you know, as well. But we'll get to that. You know, you guys, you know, you have teenagers, right? How far are things before university, before even, you know, that important empty nesting, you know, and all of that?
That's another.
How far are things,
Sure.
you know?
I think we're starting to see that, like, that these guys are about to leave.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, so much has happened.
Yeah.
I mean, both my kids are now in high school.
Yeah.
The first one is doing matric next year.
Yeah.
So so he's gonna go to tertiary.
Yeah.
And then because we have two boys, and then we'll
Yeah.
be left with the second one.
Yeah.
So me and Colin, we are dealing with teenagers, guys.
Yes.
We moved,
Wow.
yeah, we have two teenagers in the house, and parenting has gotten interesting.
Yeah.
That the discussions we have in the house, characters, you know. We thought the first one we've seen, we've dealt with it, and then this one takes another turn. Very interesting character. We've to a point where we feel we are really stretched as parents, and we're tested. We are tested where it forces us to have that conversation.
Yeah.
You know, me and Colin, after we've spoken to them, to say, dude, yeah, this one is taking another turn. You know, we have two characters. How do we help them?
Yeah.
Yeah, how do we help them to you know, to kind of like baze kahle, because the world is not that nice out there.
Yeah.
We know. I think that's scary is that we know as parent how cruel the world is. Things are not getting better.
Yeah.
Things are getting worse. So we're trying in a space where we're trying to give them the best tools that we can give them for them to survive, because we know one day, soon actually, it's approaching, they're going to be going out there. So we need to really try to equip them and give them tools spiritually, emotionally, physically, otherwise, to give them tools enough to say, okay, fine, boys, we think the time that God has entrusted us with you, we have equipped you enough to go out there and make it in the world.
Yeah.
So it's coming so fast. It's scary. It's scary.
And uncomfortable to ask a parent, have they started dating?
This is a sort of a denial stage.
No, these are my innocent kids.
Not my boys.
Not my
My
boy.
boys, not my kids. Guys, this is my baby.
I don't know what to
Colin,
call
please tell the
it.
truth.
Yeah.
I don't know what to call it. So I remember when the eldest one, I think it was in 2022, 2023, and he boldly asked us for money, like, I want to buy chocolates for someone. I'm like,
Dude, wait.
bro, I'm your dad. You know what I mean?
Jesus, help my heart.
So he's asking for that. And then I said to him, okay, cool. I'll give you the money, but you got to tell me what's happening. No,
What are you
she's
gonna
just a
buy?
friend. A couple of weeks later, we're driving home, and he says, out of the blue, it's quiet. It's like, women don't know what they want. I'm like, hey, wait, are you talking about my wife? So he has some explaining to do. And,
Yeah, I
and I
know.
said to him, explain. And he said, no, that girl that I gave the chocolate
chocolates.
did this and that and that.
Never
I'm like,
let
okay.
them.
I'm saying, no, it's cool. And I love that it happened.
Oh, wow.
Because now
Gives
you
an
get to
opportunity.
understand
Yeah.
that unfortunately that's not your mother's child, one.
Yeah.
Two, that's not your wife and
Yeah.
Wamu, you're still going to grow. You're going to meet people. And when you meet people, always have a room for anything that might drop.
Yeah.
And when it drops, don't think you are the failure. It's just a moment that happened that it revealed that this is not the one, this is not the friend that you can hang with longer.
Yeah.
And be able to release them and say, sharp, sharp.
Yeah.
And he started growing. The thing happened the second time. That one I laughed. I laughed a bit because, again, you want. But I said to him, it's fine, give yourself time. You're still young. I know this playing at school, but it's also a good place to start at, to say you're dealing with people that are different motives, different this and that. Some will come to you because your father's on TV, but they don't have the legit thing that they have for you. But, we teach each other. But I love what God has been doing in his life. So now God is the center of his life. It is nothing that was forced. It's me waking up on a Sunday night, I think around 11 in the evening, seeing his light is on in his room, and I go in there, I find him kneeling down, Bible open, playing worship music, and he's just lying prostrate, praying to God. And not once, a couple of times. When I saw that, I said, you know what? I'm playing my part, but God is doing even better by equipping him. And the boy has been amazing. He's got a couple of his friends from different churches now coming to the church. for some, I call him, an evangelist, because most of the time when he touches his friends, they come through to the church and they end up wanting to belong. He's also now into a leadership role at the church. He's leading the Sunday school, part of the leadership of the Sunday school. A great man indeed. He's maturing very, very well. I'm not worried on that part. And I thank God every day for him.
Yeah.
The youngest one, however, we've seen a change of character. Who we thought was quiet. Like, he's been quiet all his life, just crazy about computers and stuff. But we've seen another side of him where this year, actually a couple of months ago, I didn't know he could dance, because I thought he has two left feet just like me, He's a two-stepper. But I saw some other stuff. I'm like, dude, you have a TikTok account, you can dance. What's happening there?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, just dancing. Who taught you this dance? No, I taught myself. And it's complicated stuff that I'm thinking, oops.
Yeah.
Almost like, he was born with a chip that just needed to be activated for him to be able to dance and all that. So it's amazing to see how they evolve and all that. But in the center of all this, we make sure we stay prayed up. We walk right before them. And church, of course, is our life. And in doing that, we pray that God, you let it, at least filter to them, so that they can be able to walk at least better.
Yeah.
Because you can only do this much.
Yeah.
And God takes over of the rest. They spend most of their time at school or with other people out there. And but I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Hearts being broken is part of the process, baby.
Yeah. Look, you are a better dad than my husband, because when my daughter had a matric dance, it was the most difficult period for me, because now, okay, she tells us, oh, there's this person from school. He has asked me to be, how they do it at school these days. Comes home with a teddy bear. I'm not reminding you of your teddy bear.
Oh, Lord.
But comes home with a teddy bear and there's chocolate. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Oh, no, this guy asked me for to be his partner for a matric dance. Oh, okay, great. That day comes, right?
Oh, Lord.
Yo, guys, I've never seen my husband in that state. Like, you could tell that he was panicking and he was frustrated. And I'm like, listen, it's just a matric dance. Like, they're not getting married or anything like that. To him, it was almost like my daughter's getting married and I'm not happy. Worse, the parents, I think they just made a big hoo-ha.
They made a huge hoo-ha.
The parents came.
His parents.
And they were like, oh, we would like to meet you guys. He didn't come out.
Why are we meeting?
I mean, why is
He
this
was
so
like,
serious then?
He was
If
like,
you told me
no.
it's not serious, why is it so serious? Why are we meeting?
Yo, guys, it became this huge. Parents are coming, mom and dad. They were picking her up because they were gonna drive in their car.
Yes.
So when they came, the boy was driving because they had given the boy the car, but they were driving behind him. I think they wanted to see where the boy was going and blah blah. But when they came, like, oh, we'd like to meet the parents. My husband, no, please go meet them. Good with you. I'm not coming. I'm like, why? No. What is this, Gandhi?
Why are we meeting?
She literally had to drag me out. Lapho mina bengiyibrayela ngaphandle.
Yo, what's Gandhi?
It was a nice day,
Is it meet the
Saturday.
parents?
You know what I mean?
Type of
so
situation.
and then she came literally to drag me out because the father was also there.
Yeah.
So I went to meet him and like, oh yeah, sure. No, wonderful. What time? Coming back?
He wasn't pleased. He wasn't
He
pleased.
wasn't.
And,
Do you think it's more of girls' dad who behave more this way?
I think so.
Yeah.
In fact, I never.
I suppose,
baby girl.
Yeah.
with society, how we've grown, up.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of old school in me. I've always looked at women as, for want of a better phrase, what the Bible called the weaker vessel. People that need to be protected.
Yeah.
Don't expose them to the point that, I to the point of disempowering.
Yes.
You get what I'm
Because
saying?
you need to allow them to.
Because as you were saying earlier, you can't have people in this cocoon. The world is cruel out there. And when the world deals with them, it'll be it'll be like, this is the end of the world.
Yeah.
Then that's where suicides come in.
Yeah.
Because they are not used to being hurt, and all of that, because they have always been in this. And I am that kind of a parent, especially to my two girls. It took me such a long time. They're at university, both of them, for me to even process the fact that they are no longer here.
In your house.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
it's
wasn't
really.
easy.
Pity, on the other hand, was like, let them grow.
No.
Let them,
The truth,
let them
guys,
experience
the
life.
first night, in fact, the first week, I think, was the most frustrating. Remember when we dropped them at Reyes, driving home.
Driving home
I was
without
like,
them for
are
the
they gonna
first
sleep at
time.
home?
Sure.
Like, no, they're not going to sleep at home. I'm like, oh, okay, this is not.
Where are they sleeping?
This is not what I expected. You know what I mean? However, I think as time went, just on what Collin was mentioning, what you have deposited in your kids is what will sustain them.
That's so.
For me, that was the only thing to say, God, I think we've done our part. I think we've done enough.
Yes.
They know about you. They know about bad behavior and good behavior. What they do now is what they decide to do. But it's not because at home there was no foundation. You know?
Yes.
And even seeing them checking into a church when you did not say go to church.
Like,
Come on now.
I'm telling you, when I saw, because I have access to their emails, when I saw checking in at church, I was like, okay, thank God. At least they remembered.
there is a church.
Then there is a church, But life has changed, guys.
Yeah.
The last time we were sitting with you, and I suppose it has changed on both sides, because it has changed for us, but it has changed for you in terms of ministry. 1 minute it was Bongi and Collin. And then the next minute, it's Pastor Bongi and Collin.
Pastor Collin, yeah. How has that changed for you guys? How did we get there?
How did we get here, guys?
It's one of those things. I remember that Sunday when we were sitting there at church, all the crew that was going to be ordained. I was sitting there, the service was about to start. And I was sitting there, I felt like God is like, I got you.
You thought you were going to run away.
I got you. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm going to be ordained? I think for me it was like, guys, the responsibility of that office. And I respect it so much. From what the Bible says about pastors, the souls that you're going to be entrusted with. That the assignment God has given us being ordained, for me, I was like, sure, this is not child's play. So it got me. I was scared, but at the same time grateful to say, God, so you saw me fit that I can carry this assignment. Minister, being a pastor, there's a lot around it. That you can pastor God's people. But then I was challenged to say, Lord, now from here, I'm gonna trust the how part. I'm scared. But the how part, I'm going to leave it to you.
Yes,
I'm just a vessel. I'm here and I'm allowed to say yes. So lead me through this. It was exciting, scary. I don't know, guys. I think like Collin is saying, but for me, what I saw is like, it was intensify, the volume was up, the challenges.
Oh, yes.
The challenges in life.
Oh, yes.
It just took another level. Where at some point I'm like, what is going on? Where am I?
Preach,
what is happening?
It happens.
And I think it's when one time our senior pastor called us now a few months later as ministers to say, guys, a check-in. And we realized like, what? All of us. All of us, we found ourselves now, I'm in another level, higher, step higher. Everything has just been intensified.
Yes.
And I realized that, what? As I said, I needed God more than ever. I needed to go there. And you realize I'm going through something, and then God will give you someone that you need to minister to.
Sure.
Yes, you are going through, my sister. We shall deal with yours. But at the same time, the work of God is to continue. I'm going through, but I'm ministering to someone at the same time. So it's been a very interesting journey.
Isn't that interesting that when God trusts you, the level of other things increases?
Sure. It's encouraging at the same time.
Yeah.
Like I I said, Kubongi, now we are operating in an office that we've been, let's say, practicing for previously, but we were just not aware that we were being prepared for one day to officially being ordained, and you knew it was coming, but when? Oh, you didn't know. How? No, you didn't know.
Yeah.
Because we've always cared about people's souls. We've always preached to people, always spoken to people, always checked in. Are you doing well? And. But how now? This is now a reality now.
Yeah.
This was just something else. I mean, there's a lot that we did previously that we thought you're doing it from the heart in J.
Yes.
Kanti uNkulunkulu uye who had a plan that no, it's not just you doing it from your heart. There's a purpose behind it.
Yeah.
And now officially you get to do it. And also under, a church also being led, being shepherded and being guided to do it the right way as well. So went through a very intensive program that took about 2 years. But before that, I think around 2015, 2016, in the previous church, we went through Global School of Theology, which is also like a part of the International Assemblies of God. And we went through them, but we didn't get to finish the course with them because later on there was some disruptions. And then through the ICANN leadership with Dr. David Malabo, we got to finish the course with what's that again? Logos University.
Oh, Logos, yes.
So they just took points from the other program and put them in the other at Logos, and we got to finish the program. So we were we got our degrees in that regard in Christian leadership, but later on the ordination happened under a different umbrella, which is what I think God had planned so nicely for us. Because only when we got to Muso, then you realize you're now in a leadership role, and now when someone passes on, we're the first, online. When someone there's issues here and there, we're the first one to go in, for whether it be for prayer and counseling of couples. We're there, and then after going through the program, you realize, oopsie, I've been doing this, but now you get to do it officially. So the day was awesome, yes, but the reality kicked in. That now, you're not just doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
You're doing it for the man above who has ordained you and called you for this. So you don't use your own wisdom. You don't use your own intelligence. It's God who will lead you. And it's been a beautiful journey. The intensifying of the problems and I think of whatever life or the resistance thereof is what I think is part and parcel of the package of being in your office. Once you accept the call, you must know there'll always be resistance. And it doesn't mean you must be perfect. I mean, you go and look at all the men of God that God trusted from the Bible. God wanted people that couldn't speak. It's like, okay, I'll be your mouthpiece. No, God, but I'm not perfect. Hey, listen, I'm here. I'll do it for you, Moses.
True.
And God has carried many. So he does the same with us today. And it's a learning curve every day. It's a learning curve every day. As long as you have the heart for people, a passion for souls, to see people's lives change. And you go and say that 1 or 2 prayers and people get strengthened. And later they come to you and say, thank you for that. That's what we're living for. Leading people to Christ. That's what this is all about. And it's been a beautiful journey. And I'm expecting God for more because of what he shows in private. You're like, oh God, is that what you want to do? And I'm just taking it one day at a time. With whatever challenges that it brings. We know it's not smooth sailing. We know of great men of God out there who have walked the journey before us, and God has used them mightily. And it's got its own good and bad days.
The ups and downs, and you just need the character to handle it.
We're just allowing God to do it for us, man. We, on our own, we failed dismally. But we know with Christ, we can be able to get there.
And then in some of the, I mean, you've been saying, repeatedly about how that process, as it unfolds, it unfolds with challenges.
Yeah.
You know, and what are some of those that you guys would say, oh wow, what a test.
One is something very, very, very personal that happened to us.
Yeah.
So when COVID came and went, I think around 2023, around March, April, we realized that there was something off with her voice as she speaks, almost like fluish kind
Yes.
of. And we're not paying attention to that. We fly out to the US end of May. When we come back 2 weeks later, she's more fluish. And end of June, she's not okay. We go and consult, only to find it was the beginning of a very strange journey,
Sure.
And we had already started, I think, with a program at church of the preparing us to be ministers.
Yes,
and
because
so
it was
forth.
2 years prior.
Yeah. So the first doctor we go to, it was just to try and go and clean up her ears because we thought due to the flu, her ears were getting blocked. And we get there, the audiologist does what she does best and says, I'm picking up a problem. Looks like the left ear is not receiving sound.
Sure.
Then we escalate, we go to an ENT. When we get there, they put cameras. I'm looking at it. They put cameras in the nose and I'm like, okay, Lord, this is something else, After those tests, then things just turned, the ENT says, I'm seeing some serious problems here, but let's not panic. Let's send her now to a radiologist where they can get MIR scans and we do that. When we come back, they escalate.
Wow.
And they're like, no, we're seeing a bigger problem. I think it was just a month later because all this had to be like, you go to this doctor, they say, no, next
Or
week we've
refers you
booked
to
you
the
Test,
at this
more
one.
tests.
And there's tests in between. And also that when we speak at home, I noticed that when I speak to her, she'd always lean with the right ear. But at first I thought, not in a bad way, it's just a joke. I thought it's a Zulu thing. She has this thing of saying,
Oh my God.
Guys, imagine.
I love them. I love Zulu people very much.
No, me and you both.
Maybe you thought it's a respect thing.
Honestly. But even the kids picked it up. That sometimes you'd be walking and you'd say something and she doesn't respond there and I'm like, serious. Magabuya, when I say it again, because she's walking on the side, on the right
I
side, then she receives the sound. So after the MIR scans and all that, we come back, there's a big problem that needs to be addressed immediately. In that we now find out she's got a tumor. Fortunately, it's not cancerous, but the problem is where it's sitting. It's sitting just behind the ear. And wherever it was sitting, it was eating into the nerves that controls the vocal cords.
Oh my goodness.
And she couldn't speak properly. One day she wakes up, she's like, the voice is just flat. And then sometimes it just pitches, almost like you took helium.
Yeah.
It's
thin, it thins.
becomes thin.
Wow.
And I remember in July we tried some rehearsals with her, of course, at the church with our entity Muso Worship, like the group that we sing with, and she tried to sing, and what came out of there was, no, this is not Bongi. This is not. It broke her. Almost everyone at rehearsal cried because we knew there was a little bit of a problem, but we didn't know it was this deep.
Sure.
And as we were going to the doctors, after receiving the MIR scans, they're like, look, this is a huge problem. Where the tumor is sitting, there's a canal that at the top of the skull, which it might go in there. If it goes in there and it touches the brain, then we're having bigger problems.
My goodness.
So there's huge monies that were needed. We didn't have all those. But God's grace, the same doctors who wanted big monies are referring us to their academic hospital where also by God's grace we were able to get help. But it was a long 1 year 6 months where things just changed from this one to that one, and 5 professors sitting there saying, how can we deal with this? Initially, they wanted to operate, and the other guys are saying, no, this thing has grown. It's been there almost 4 years.
It's a sensitive area.
And it's a sensitive area.
So one mistake, it will affect my whole
It
left.
will affect the left side.
Functioning.
Yeah.
So the best option was to do radiation.
Radiation therapy.
So then I went for radiation to shrink the tumor.
Yes.
To avoid it to go to the other parts of the brain.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And bro, that is
terrifying.
bad.
Just
That was-
listening to it.
That was
Yeah,
bad.
so health was really attacked in a big way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and work as well. You know, since we started with ministry, we're like, okay, we found ourselves more years. It is good to attend to what God has called us to do, but now you find yourself where, because you have to work financially so that you'll be okay in the house.
And
So
work is
we've-
Bongi and Collin.
Exactly.
It's not just
Bongi
Not
Collin.
alone.
Collin.
Yeah.
Now.
A couple of the commitments were cancelled because now we have to be honest with them. Say, okay, look, she's not well, and they're like, okay, we're looking for the two of you. And a couple of those had to be cancelled, and even when people now make inquiries as well, we're not sure how long this process will take. Actually, the doctors, I remember there's one guy, oh, God help him. He kept on saying, "Khohlwane ngokucula, forget it. She is not going to be able to recover. She won't sing again. She won't speak properly again."
Is that a medical? Is that a?
Yeah.
Yes,
He
because of
says-
where...
Doctor.
Yes, yes.
He's a professor because then later on it started affecting my tongue.
Oh, yes, that's
It will-
something
Oh,
it'll
else.
lock.
speech.
So,
And then it will
yeah.
randomly, even when I'm sleeping or sometimes when I'm on the phone, I have to drop the phone because I can't talk.
You
when
can't
it
talk,
happens.
so the tongue would just
It will
curl
lock.
up.
And then
yeah.
if you look at me properly, you see dysfunctions my face a little bit. Then when I asked, they said that's what the disease does.
Oh, guys.
They said that's what the doctor says. And I said, like, no, that's what the disease does. And then there's a lady who was a teacher. She had to stop teaching
Yeah.
because of what was happening. So unfortunately, there's nothing they can do. Trusted God. Eventually, I was saying to Colin, I was looking for that thing. It has stopped. It has stopped now. My tongue was like, but no longer locking. And because my fear also was that it happens when I'm sleeping. I was
Yeah.
scared of maybe my choke.
In your sleep.
Yeah, and God being good, it stopped. It stopped by itself. So I think the next stage now is to check with the scans how far the tumor shrunk when they
Yes.
did
Yeah.
radiation.
Yeah.
But I think I'm at a point and space where I am trusting God for a complete
Yes.
Yes. Restoration,
complete thing in Yoguti. God in his miraculous way. I mean, for a fact that, yes, I struggled a bit in the beginning after the radiation, but now I'm saying 90% of my voice is back.
Oh, no. You saying
Please,
90? No, it's not-
99.99.
No.
You felt 100%. I heard you a few weeks ago.
She doesn't hear herself, and this is what I was saying to her. And I think even the people at the church can attest, or those that have heard us. Actually, there's a video that my son posted a couple of days ago. We went to a friend's birthday, and while we're sitting at the front, the wife asked, "No, please just sing." No microphone whatsoever. We stood there and we just sang. And my son took that
Without
video.
microphone.
Yes.
Oh wow.
And my son took that video and posted it. It's just trending on TikTok. So when you hear her now, I'm saying to her, you sing better than you did before.
Oh wow.
And I'm saying to her, this is the Bongi that we longed for. Bongi who's not afraid to show character. You know, like right now, there's things that she does. I'm like, okay, is this
Where did this come from?
where is this coming from?
Yeah.
But you know, in all this, one of the things was I think the left ear was affected. They say, unfortunately,
The hearing
the
is not
left ear
so good here.
is flat.
Yeah.
It's still not receiving sound, which means like the eardrum got messed up. So they're trying to see how they can help her best with
Get a
hearing
device.
aids
Yeah.
and get a device that will be maybe put in the back of the skull and all that. But we're saying to God, we're trusting you, because even when we would be praying, going to the hospital all those times, we pray that there's no needle that will be put in there. There's no blade.
Yes, yes.
Let them not put a blade, anything of the sort. We know that they help. It's medical stuff and all that. But Lord, we pray and we trust
Yeah.
you. And God has been faithful. I mean, for you to sing properly, you need to have your hearing on point.
Yes.
And thus far has been amazing. It's been
Sure.
great.
Wow.
She's recovered a bit. And a couple of engagements that we had, they went very well. Also, there's a surprise in the pipeline as well.
Wow.
So God has been good.
Yeah.
But I also link this to the step we took of, responding to the call. Because once you do that, the enemy will throw whatever that he can
Yeah.
to try and distract that. But God, because he's the one that has called you,
Yeah.
he is the one that will make sure that everything goes well. And also to say, you know what, God is not looking for perfect things. God
Yeah.
uses imperfections to make us,
Yes.
to be able to come out on top and all that. So
Yeah.
we are a work in progress.
Yeah.
She's done fairly well. Honestly, I think looking at her now, what's this month is September. Last year, September, it was a different story.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this year, she's like, after radiation therapy, those painful nights and all that, looking at the Bongi now, you can see that God has really done something amazing.
Yeah,
So it's just a
guys.
testimony that needs to be told that in your walk with God, holding on to God and being faithful to God, doesn't matter what comes, God will be able to carry you.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, Bongi, I think it just breaks my heart because I can imagine your voice is your source of income. As a family.
As a family,
And I think as well for you guys, it's not like, okay, it's Bongi who sings by herself.
Yeah.
It's the two of us. So when you get that, it almost, I don't know, it almost discourages you and breaks you because now you're thinking, okay, this is my source of income. I've been living.
That's all I know.
For years, that's all I know.
This is what I've been doing.
So what must I do
What must
from
I do
here?
now? Yeah.
It's sort of like a reminder in the Bible, with Jezebel. Jezebel came to the man of God and she whispered in his ears, and he said, by this time,
Yes.
you're gonna die. This is what's gonna happen. And the man of God ran into a cave because of the voice, of Jezebel.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to say, we have those Jezebel's voices, that come and threaten
Right.
our very livelihood.
Yes, sir.
And then if we're not careful, we're gonna go into the cave, and run into a cave. One time were men of God, women of God were calling fire down and and all of that. But that voice, as small as it is, that threat that said, this whole side of yours is not going to function.
word. Yeah.
You're not going to be able to sing again.
Yeah.
And all of that. And the two of you have built, the name around the two of you. And all of how does that affect your livelihood? As a family, knowing that, my goodness, we had bookings, now we no longer have bookings.
Yes.
And we don't know how long this thing is going to
gonna
go.
go to be.
And all of that, just from a survival point of view.
Because I think it's worse when you hear that you will never again sing.
Yeah.
Because from my talking voice, you could tell that something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like Collin say, sometimes it would thin like
Yeah.
helium.
And they sleep,
and like when I say I couldn't sing to save my life. I couldn't. I'm like,
Imagine, it's-
what
it's
do you mean?
unbelievable.
And I think I could see more at some point that slowly, but I'm slipping into this hole.
Yeah, the
Into
cave.
this depression
Yeah.
that's happening, and I'm sitting there, I'm not doing anything because I was at a point where I didn't want to go out and meet people.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about it, and he's preaching to me like, actually, probably in the first place, I was not supposed to do that. Are you sure you were supposed to be singing? Are you sure you were? And all the challenges that are there in the industry. Yeah, so that's why 1, 2, 3 didn't happen. That's why, and it was just a lot. Now I'm sitting down. I don't have anything to do. These voices, and I realized, and I had to fight. And I was like, chances of me coming out of this hole, it's going to take me a lot for me to come out of this. I had to fight at some point to refuse. It really stretched us as well as a couple. There's days where I'd look at Collin. I could see that it's hard on him. He is showing up.
Yeah.
He is showing up. He was taking care of me. He was, especially after radiation, afterwards the side effects and my kids taking care of me. I'm looking at this. I'm like, what is going on? It was hard. Where family now had to step in.
Yeah.
There's no income that is coming into the family.
Extended family now.
Yes, there's no income coming. You have to downgrade and all of that. It was like we don't have any other income. You know, this
Always
is
been
it.
just
Yeah.
us.
So you're sitting there like my sister. What are you gonna do now? Because you can't sing anymore. You know, I'm like, okay, maybe Collin can pursue a solo project, but I'm like, I cannot just sit and not do anything. You're like, but what?
Collin can't do this without you. You know that.
And even trying, and I mean, even trying that just didn't work.
Yeah.
I was almost taken aback to where everything started. Where when just after we got married, I was looking for a recording deal. They like, come with your wife, and she goes that way, like, come with your husband.
Yeah.
And now we're forced by this situation to try and diversify, and they're still saying, no.
This is not.
And in the
it.
middle of all this, you know, there's a label that is chasing after us. We're like, we've been independent all of, you know, most of our music life, and this label is like, no, we really want you. And they've been chasing, this guy's been chasing for like since 2019, and we're like, what do we disclose? Do we say this? Do we say that?
Yes, I can imagine, yeah.
And we're like, you know what? It feels right. It's God doing this. Do we say no? Do we say yes? You know? And a beautiful story is unfolding out of that.
Wow.
And it's amazing. I'm telling you, she is way much better now. But what it did, it also brought us closer together. Because hearing her speak in her sleep, hearing her being restless, and you can hear she's fighting. And I'm like, no, man, this is not supposed to be this way. This is my wife. She's supposed to be okay. And sometimes when she doesn't know in her sleep, and just laying hands on her like, come out.
Yeah. Now.
Right now.
At some stage, with good intentions,
Yeah.
I tried to organize a couple of her friends, because I wanted them to at least have a moment where they can pray with her. But when I started seeing her sink deeper, I thought it's not a good move. Let's pause.
Ish.
Because if I had done it, I'm not sure what... People are people.
Yeah.
And even though you're doing it from a point of a good posture,
Yeah.
but coming out of it might be something else. So I needed now to protect her and say, no, let's stop on that. Let's pause on that. You be the support. Step in. Fortunately, at the time as well, I mean, we've got an amazing pastor who also played a role. Once in a while, he pitches, asks, okay, are you guys okay? And even somewhere where, you know, we lacked financially, he'd chip in quietly so. And so we don't have too many friends. We got maybe 4 or 5 couples surrounding us. And they stepped up once in a while, checked, are you guys okay? Okay, go and do this, go and do that. Step out of the house a little. You know,
Ish, guys.
and now when you meet people, they're asking you, hey, can't they need to
Yeah, you like I was.
Guys, I'm a posters here. I'm a posters.
No, I
Hey,
see,
Prophet.
you can go and check gospel concerts for the past 3-4 years. We're nowhere.
Yeah.
And
Why
Was
is
it
that? Was that?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because you know what's funny? Even before then, we had a lot of international collabs more than here at home.
At home. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Which at some point now at that time, where you see thing, you're like, kahle, you see vele, this thing is not working.
Yeah.
You know, because and then we will have them kancane here and there. And I remember at some point I said to my pastor that, it is so quiet, no
Bookings.
bookings are coming. maybe God is buying time for me.
Yeah, yeah.
To get better. Because at the time, we didn't take out a statement to say this is what's
No,
happening.
this is what's
Yes, yes.
happening.
No, you
Nobody
really
knew.
kept it.
Yeah.
It was really close friends and family.
Yeah.
Where, because like I was saying to Colin, I was not in a good space I didn't even want to talk about it.
Can imagine.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk.
But
and
how did you break the news to your sons? Because, I mean,
Oh,
they are right here.
We didn't have to. They saw
they
it.
saw it.
They saw
They
it.
saw it.
They
and
saw it.
we had to. I remember I was saying to someone that I remember at church we have what we call prayer cards. So prayer cards, when you write it, you don't write your name. And then I think we were in a building before this one. We was fairly not that big, fairly small. Then you write a prayer point or a praise report if God has done something. So there was a prayer card that was written there. I remember that Sunday I was sitting in front of the church. Then Mfundisi has the moment where they bring the prayer cards. He would read them and then we pray. And then he read this one. It's like, can you please pray for me and pray for my mother to get better, that she'll be healed, because it's not nice now. It's starting to affect me at school. I remember sitting there in my heart. I'm like, oh God, this is bad. Can you please come through for this family?
Yeah.
That's me in my
Oh,
heart.
you didn't know it's you.
Yeah.
And then they don't, because we were a bit small in the church. So the usher who saw him when he put the card.
Oh.
And then she's like, Sis Bongi, we normally don't do that. I feel I need to tell you that was your son.
Oh, wow.
That was your son. And then when we got home, I told him, Colin, then we had a moment where we sat with them, we spoke, and I was like, I'll be okay. I'm getting help. I'm going to hospital. Because they would see almost every week, every month, I'm in the morning, we're taking them to school. I'm
early
going to
mornings,
hospital. I'm
early-
going to
yo.
hospital. Then we had to talk to them. And I said to them, I'll be fine. I'm getting help.
Oh,
The best thing you can do for me, you guys do well at
pray
school.
for me.
Yeah, do well at school. I'll be okay. And then, and then eventually they were okay. And then they'll talk, we'll sit and talk and brief them
Yeah.
what is happening. And especially after the radiation, then I remember the little one, because I was sitting there. I was not really crying out loud, but tears were coming out because now the pains after the radiation.
Yeah.
I would sit and not be able to do much. And then he would help me carry my feet into the bed. He's like, can I make you tea? Do you want tea? And I can't tell the time. I'll be like, fine. So they've been amazing. Yeah, it really, I was, at some point I was worried with their schoolwork, but us sitting down with them and talking to them, it kind of like helped, and me reassuring them that I'll be okay.
And I'm sure that also won't just affect your kids,
Yeah.
but you're also somebody's kid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Sure.
Oh, you don't want to
No,
go
that was,
there.
that was worse.
Especially those two, your special parents, because they are something else.
Yes. You know what was that?
Yo.
That year, my dad had just did a major operation.
It was the year before.
He was at
Yeah.
home. He's got a nurse where we're turning him. He's being fed.
Oh, no.
He's been, and then the next thing up, it's me, same later that year.
Yeah.
And I was like, Lord, my family was like, no, we are still dealing with what's happening with my dad.
Yeah.
We had to keep it from my dad.
Oh, yes.
We had to keep, and then I think as they were talking one day, he would send me, because there was a point where his one hand could help and type. And it's like, Mangete, Ngizwa, what's wrong with your ear? Are you okay now? I'm like, yeah, it's getting better. I didn't tell him it's a tumor, and it's, because we had to keep that from my dad.
So how did you find out?
I think we have a family group. By mistake, someone sent a
someone said it in the
message.
family.
Yes.
But they didn't say tumors. Like, Bongi, you're going to this hospital, but in about doctor, the treatment. And he sends me a message like, Mangete, what is going on? What's happening with your ear?
Oh.
And
Because
we still, because we're saying you need to be okay.
Yeah.
Because he did a neck and spine operation,
yeah.
which was, then after that he went for rehabilitation, went home. It was a lot because he's now not sleeping in his room. We had to create something. We get a special bed for him. He's not working. He's not walking. He's not able to. All he can do is talk. Yeah. So it was a lot, I think, for my family. So for my mom, we had to get a nurse for her. But yeah, my mom has been she's a soldier.
No,
she would encourage me and send me scriptures.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then there'll be time where we pray as a family. We go on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
We will have a prayer time. We fast and we pray. I think what really helped us is that our faith in God.
Yeah.
Because we're a family that prays, that trust in God. That's what kept us going. And we were also worried about her. That, Mom, who do you talk to? You know,
Yeah,
it's
because
But
on
she was
one
going
hand,
through her
on the
own-
one hand,
Yes,
it's
your
her
husband.
husband.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
First
it's my
daughter.
daughter. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
so
Yeah.
So we had to, her sisters had to come through with that. Once in a while, they'll call her, go somewhere, buy her something, talk to someone, and be okay. And then the church as well, sometimes, where my dad was a pastor, one Sunday, they came, they'll have a service at my house.
Oh, wow.
So that they're with him. Yeah, it was a hard one for families. My dad's surgery, like financially, everyone in the family was hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
And then look at you guys, you're still standing.
And you
Because,
know,
I mean, I can imagine this does not just, there are things that we take for granted.
yeah.
Health is one of those.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where we
Yeah.
don't actually think that it can,
Change
just like that.
everything, yeah.
Just like in a minute,
You
you
know?
know,
Upside
change
down.
everything. I was laughing the other day. At that time, it was not funny. It was we like movies, both of us. We love going to the movies, and we hadn't gone to movies to watch movies like in a long time.
Yeah.
We had forgotten when was that. We missed that.
Yeah, you were
So
saying the same thing.
eventually, somehow, I don't know what happened. We got in some little bit of money.
Yeah.
We said, let's go watch.
let's go
movies
watch a movie.
and eat.
How did you feel? How did you feel?
It was so amazing sitting in a movie theater. Man, it did a different environment.
Yes.
It was amazing. And the funny thing then, after that, because it was a thing for us. We go watch movie, then we have dinner. Go watch movie, have dinner. Then we went somewhere to eat. For some reason, we went for evening movie.
Yeah.
Evening movie. So it wasn't that busy. So there was a restaurant we went to eat. It wasn't a lot of people. We got a corner spot there. We ordered food. We talked. We cried in a restaurant.
I made the pizza wet.
I think it was Colin's moment.
Collin,
Because he also needed to...
he needed to like
You know what I
let
mean?
it out.
Yeah, it
You
was
know?
that moment where and I was okay with both of us talked and we both cried and we were like, are you okay? Like, we're okay. It was so funny. We went through it. We spoke about how we feel.
How we feel.
What just happened? What is going on?
Yeah.
We spoke about it. How do you feel? And all of that. And where to from now? And we're like, but unkulunkulu, guys, God, please come through for us.
Yeah.
And like Collin is saying, that really strengthened our marriage.
Yes.
We're at the point where we're like, it's like, this is my soldier I can go to war with.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, we've seen it all.
Oh wow.
We've seen it all. I don't think anything that could come now and it is Yenzan. We've seen it and we stood the test. Yeah.
It's in sickness and in health.
In
Yeah.
sickness
For
and
real.
like
You know,
literally.
this thing
Yeah.
is sickness
Yeah.
and in health.
In sickness
And
and in
I believe today there's a project that is coming out.
Oh, the big reveal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This.
Is it time for it?
Yeah.
Or it's still under wraps?
Guys, it's Friday.
It's
so I don't know
Friday.
when
So
this
it's Friday.
This
Friday,
one will come.
the-
That Friday would have
The
passed.
5th of September is my birthday.
5th of September, yes.
Friday, 5th of September is my birthday. So there's something nice that we're dropping on that day.
Single coming out.
Yeah.
I'd say this is where you're gonna hear her vocal capabilities. This is where I was like, "When? What are you doing?"
Oh wow.
Can I tell
man.
you I'm not sure if the coincidence. This is premiering on the 5th of September.
Yeah, that's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying today.
Okay. Interesting.
It's the 5th of September.
Okay, so today.
Today,
Yeah.
go on
Okay.
on social media. What is
No, or-
musical platforms?
Yes.
iTunes,
iTunes, Deezer,
Deezer,
Spotify,
Spotify.
and
We have a special tribute for Brenda Fassie by Bongi and Collin.
oh man,
So this is after the op now. The project
this is
after the op.
Yes, this is
Oh,
a real
wow.
deal.
First project after the off.
Yes.
Oh, that would
we
be
were,
amazing.
We were called to do a tribute to Brenda Fassie.
Fassie.
She will be 60 years this year. So different artists were called to pick up a song and do a song of Brenda Fassie. We were chosen to do Life
Don't
is
okay.
okay. It's the fifth.
She
It's
didn't
the-
say.
What time are we showing it?
It's the 5th.
It's the 5th. You can say now.
Okay.
Which song did you guys choose? Was it out of your own? Or they
but you were
selected?
given.
We were given,
but
but
it
it's
was
something
perfect.
that, but it's a song that we also at some stage thought, if we could do this, because there, my brother pulled off like a great work, and who also did it later? I think is it Wendy Mseleko.
Which
Oh, I know
that?
the song now.
Life is going on.
Yes.
Life is going on.
Up to you and me.
Now
What we
can
gonna
you imagine
do?
that as a
That was so
as
perfect
a-
for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Life is going
No,
on.
no,
It's
man.
up to you and
Me, oh my
what
goodness.
we gonna do?
I think let's close us off with that song.
He was like, it was so big, we're not gonna sing.
Let's give it a try. Oh, life is going on. Well, it's up to you and me. What we gonna do? Oh, life is going on. Well, it's up to you and me. What we gonna do?
We almost came in there, but I was like, Mo, let's not mess this up.
Let's not mess this up. Let's not.
Let's not mess
We'll
this
get you
up.
in the next one.
You know what I mean?
We'll come to your next event.
Listen, no, definitely. We actually let's have a date.
Yeah.
That's our next date.
We have a
Oh
date.
yeah.
Guys, this has
Wow,
been
man.
incredible.
Wow! Finally, this conversation happened.
Wow.
And thank you so much, guys.
Oh wow!
Thank
I'm
you
just
for having us.
I'm just amazed at the coincidence. That's where my mind is at.
Man,
Yeah.
Because this is premiering on the 5th, which is your birthday,
Yeah,
and you're launching
the single.
the single. Oh, this is
And you're
amazing.
the episode is premiering also.
Yeah.
Same day.
Go to town, man. Let's make this work.
You know
Let's
what I'm
make it
saying? You know what
work.
I'm saying?
Guys, thank you so much.
Wow, man.
Much love.
Yeah.
You guys are just, yeah. We as we are doing this interview, I'm just thinking of other things. But may God bless you. May really God walk with you in this new journey. Of journey in many layers, ministry, but also after the operation. May God open doors for you.
Dad
Yeah.
as well.
Oh yeah, no.
You know.
He has gone through the most, but he's still standing. That man.
Sure.
Mamela,
Fighting
ngiyabazi abazali bakhe.
Yeah.
Kwakuyizinto energetic nje.
hey.
You know? So when you're saying that about your dad, I'm thinking,
know.
oh my gosh. I remember your mom and your dad, they're like, couple goals.
Listen,
You know.
I know they inspire us so much.
Yeah.
Guys, love you so much.
Thank you so
And
much
yeah,
for tuning
all the best.
in. This is another episode of Love, Marriage, and Family podcast. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Ladies and gentlemen, Pastor Bongi, Pastor Collin.
Yes. The Mr. and Mrs. D in the building.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Much love.